And as many consumer options as possible. And I want to open up the market to anyone who has any idea. Try and make it happen. And I think that's what America's all about, is the little guy coming up with a good idea and making it big.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, that's what the whole American dream, white picket fence, all that's all about. Is
yeah, and
you
keep
start
it here.
somewhere, you start with a good idea, and you grow yourself into something. You get your friends involved.
Right.
And you work as a small community, and you build.
Absolutely.
It's from the ground up. It's grassroots,
yeah,
just like our political movement.
There you go.
That's the way the American economy is supposed to work.
And Roberta made a perfect comment. She said, and keep it
here.
I mean, you know, we did this before. We built up America. We had factories. We had this. We had that.
We had a lot of exports. Now we're more imports.
But I mean, look where we're at now. There's no work here. There's no manufacturing here. But they started out like that too, you know.
So I believe in green energy, but I believe in small companies with new ideas and towards green energy.
Absolutely.
These large companies that are just jumping on the bandwagon and starting to go green and coming up with products and services that are green, they're not that green. I'm telling you, the bigger you get, the less efficient you are. And his private jet that he flies all over the country.
Yeah, well, we're down to about the last 3 minutes of the show. I want to throw this out there because I read this article in the Los Angeles Times just at the end of last week. President G.W. Bush, we call him Daddy Bush, signed an executive order. I did the research. I could not find the executive order. There are a lot of them that stipulated prohibiting offshore drilling. We've got shale. We've got there are 5 different areas of oil production, alternative energies, so on and so forth. For the past 10 years, the Republican House, the Republican representatives have been trying to put through bills to allow for offshore drilling. ANWR, okay? The executive order, I said, prohibited that. In the meantime, from Daddy Bush, GW, President Clinton signed that same executive order. And then also, our current President Bush has signed that executive order, again, prohibiting offshore drilling, okay? The reason that it's being talked about in the campaign now between Obama and McCain, Obama says, well, it wouldn't do any good anyway. A lot of people are saying it wouldn't do any good anyway because it takes 5 to 7 years. They have research, they have development, they have so on and so forth.
You keep saying Daddy, but you mean George Herbert?
Yes, George G.W. H.
Herbert.
Yes, H.
Okay. Okay, because I kind of cried.
I did.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Anyway, so that's a big topic today because it's going to take so long to develop this offshore drilling. However, had they done it back in '91 when they wanted to, where would we be today? This is 2008. Now, I did some homework.
We might have a few rich old guys that are selling it all to Chinese right now. I don't know.
The majority of the Republicans.
It might have been a good choice.
There's a senator, Peterson, is trying to force, not force, but put through a bill. We're down to the last minute, so I'm going to say this quickly. He's trying to put a bill through to get this oil drilling started. Again, we have a Republican president who is siding with the Democratic House. The majority of the Democrats oppose such things. The majority of the Republicans want this. So that's where we're at. And the truth is the truth. I'm just reporting what I read in the Los Angeles Times, and like I said, I started doing my homework, and it's something that we really need to be involved with. And I'm going to throw this out there. We have very little time left, but GiveMeLiberty.org is a nonprofit organization with 7 petitions for redress of grievances. Our First Amendment states 5 particular things. The last 10 words is the least known. And it says we have the right to petition our government for redress of grievances. America is grieving. We have grievances. Go to that website. I encourage you to sign any petition that you agree with or disagree with. And that's all the time we have. That's all we have time for. I would like to thank the panel members. Thank you, audience, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you learned a lot.
And
Thank you.
campaign for liberty.org. Remember that one as well.
And give me liberty or give me death.
There you go.